Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 113, part 2. A Mitzvah Day keeps your soul on its way. We are continuing with the mitzvah entitled The Prohibition to Eat a Mixture of Meat and Milk, found in Parshas Kisisa, which is the book of Shmos. Here we go. The Chinuch goes on to discuss the prohibition of deriving benefit from the meat and milk mixture, and whether that should be counted as an additional prohibition. Now, although the sages of blessed memory have stated in Chulin, which is a tractate, that the reason the prohibition of cooking meat and milk together was written in the Torah 3 times is to teach that there is a prohibition of eating, a prohibition of cooking, and a prohibition of deriving benefit from this mixture, nevertheless, it is appropriate for us to count only 2 of them, i.e., cooking and eating, in the tally of the mitzvah prohibitions. This is because the prohibition of eating and deriving benefit are one and the same thing. As the sages of blessed memory have stated in Psachim, wherever it is stated in the Torah, you shall not eat or you shall not eat, whether meaning the singular you shall not eat or the plural you should not eat, it denotes both a prohibition of eating and a prohibition of deriving benefit. For the Torah generally expresses all forms of benefit with the term eating, because eating is a source of constant benefit to man and is something that he always needs. This is along the lines of that which is written in Exodus, quote, "And they gazed at God and they ate and they drank," where the verse employs the term eat as an expression for other forms of benefit. Thus, when the Torah expresses the prohibition of eating, the prohibition is not limited to eating, but includes other forms of benefit as well. Accordingly, the prohibition of eating and deriving benefit cannot be counted as distinct mitzvahs. The Chinuch addresses an obvious difficulty. If you'll challenge me, says the author, by asking, if so, why were there 3 prohibitory verses written, when 2 verses would suffice, according to what I've said, that the prohibition of eating includes a prohibition on other forms of benefit as well? The following response may be offered to you. Certainly, if in one place it would have been written, you shall not cook, which would teach the prohibition of cooking meat and milk together, and in another place the Torah would have stated, you shall not eat, which would encompass both a prohibition of deriving benefit from the meat and milk mixture and a prohibition of eating it, as we have said, it would have been correct that the Torah not write the 3rd prohibition, for in that case, there would be no further need for it, as we would have already learned that both eating and deriving other forms of benefit are prohibited from the verse, you shall not eat. On the basis of the accepted principle that included in eating is all forms of benefit. But now that the term eating is not mentioned anywhere with regard to this prohibition, we would not derive the prohibition of deriving benefit if not for the 3rd prohibition. He goes on. We'll talk about the next part tomorrow, God willing. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Future Mitzvah 36 100 of the Gold, and we'll see you tomorrow.